Hey guys, welcome back to The Unknown. Today we will be learning how to make the origami pentagonal prism designed by me. This is a revision of the previous model like this, and they weren't so great, so the video for this will be removed from the official prism series on the channel, and I'm going to replace it with this. I think I'm going to just remove from the playlist and leave a link to this video, the better version. So yeah, these are now obsolete. They're not so good looking. They take too much time to make. This is the new thing. This is really good. So I tried to film a video for this tutorial and I ended up with this. I ended up making it really hard. So this is a very difficult model. Not this one, this one. The tutorial for this is an unlisted YouTube video in the description. Second link. And right. Okay, I forgot to mention a few points, so I'm just putting them now. Here is Joe Nagashima's seamless cube, which the pentagonal prism is based off. All of my prisms are based off Joe Nagashima's seamless cube. So what I'd recommend is the third link is to this video, and if you can, you should try folding this first so you get a better idea of how to fold this. It's going to be very similar. Of course, it is still my creation and it's not the fully same thing. It's not the exact same thing, but I would really recommend you fold Joe Nagashima's seamless cube to get an understanding of how this is folded. And you see, there are more prisms which are all based off Joe Nagashima's seamless cube. You've got the hexagonal, which is going to come out soon. Then you've got the septagonal, the seven-sided, and the octagonal. So all of these are going to come out, and they're all based off Joe Nagashima's seamless cube. So I really recommend you learn how to fold this first before you move on to this video. But if you're in a hurry and you want to fold a pentagonal, continue watching. So the first thing you want to do is get some extra tools which you will need. We need a pencil, a scale, protractor, and a journal with lines, something like this. You need something like this with equidistant lines. Get all those four things, pause the video, get all those four things. Now what you want to do is the first link in the description to the polygon calculator. You want to open that, have it open here. You can see the default is anyways pentagon. So yeah. Now what you want to do is you have to keep in your side length, and we're going to find the capital R and small r. Capital R is the circumradius, and small r is the inradius. To find the sum of those, we're going to the height of the pentagon. So how do we keep our side length? And what we're going to do is we're going to take our piece of paper. This for me is 15 by 15 centimeters. So you have to do 15 divided by 5 because we have pentagon. 15 divided by 5 plus 1. So 15 by 6. And I'm going to go here and type that in. 15 by 6, which is 2.5. Now you want to keep your side length in as 2.5 and click go there. You're gonna get all of these lengths. You need the in radius and circumradius. So yeah. Okay, so once you've got your in radius and your circumradius, you want to go add them. So 1.72 plus 2.12. 1.72 plus 2.12. That is 3.84. So that is your length, 3.84 centimeters. For me, it's 15 by 15 centimeters, so 3.84 centimeters is the length of your pentagon. So what are we going to do with all this, right? That is your question. Right, we have this. What we're going to do is we're going to use a scale. I'm going to get on the white side, colored side, so white side up. You measure 3.84 centimeters. 3.8. So let's make it like a 3.85 between the 8th and the 9th. That is where measure that exactly there. So you got that on one side, you can see my mark here. Now I'm going to do it on the bottom too. That's out of frame, right? 3.85. So just get it in between the 8th and 5th. I know this is not the correct way to do it. I'm doing it from the opposite way, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. Then you just leave a tiny mark. As you can see, I've got two tiny marks. This one's really less visible, this one's more visible. Now here's what you have to do. I'm going to fold up from that mark. get that point there, make a pinch on that. Now use that pinch and fold it like this. See what I did here? On that point, match the edges perfectly and fold the whole thing down. Like that. You want to repeat for the other side. There. So I know this is sort of cheating, but this is what we do have to do. And now, well, we are going to go ahead and fold our into sixths. So what we're going to do now, we're going to get our line journal. Okay. And keep it on the right side. Keep it so these lines are horizontal, basically, like this way, and then we're going to do it like this, right? So keep it so one of these on one of the lines and the other one 1 2 3. This corner goes here, right? So we can divide into 1 2 and 3rd, like that. Then you want to get this point here. Be sure the pentagon is going to be something like this, right? Oh wait, you're going to start from a point, so never mind. Yeah, it'll be something like that. It's going to be inside. Don't worry, I've got that done from before. So then take that carefully and fold, get it here and fold this whole thing down. Right, now we can fold this way. Okay, so we have got 1 2 3. We want to leave the middle for now, and yeah, I think we still have to keep this here because we're going to use it. Right, so now you want to fold this in half and this in half. So fold the whole thing. Right, that's gonna get you your grid lines. And now for the last one, fold in half, but leave these completely. Just only the middle part here, you can fold that. Like that. I know it's going to be a little harder to do it because you can't fold the ends, but that is what you have to do. Right. That is how it's going to look for you. It's fine if there's that much. You can try erasing it. Erasing meaning like you just rub your thumb so the mark isn't there. At least it looks like it's not there. That's about the best I can do. Not too bad. So that you are done with the grid. Now we're going to move on to the next step. Okay, so the next step is to turn your paper like this and then turn it over. You're going to divide this part into thirds, and it is always thirds actually for every prism. The horizontal ones, I mean this side, is different for every prism because of the number of sides, but third is always the same. So you get it like this and then get that point, that line. And you see, these are going to look like cubes, but they're not cubes. And as your paper gets bigger, they are not going to be cubes. I know they look like cubes, but they are not, just saying. I thought they were cubes, and that's why my model went was wrong mathematically, but for the size of paper it was actually correct. I was off by 0.25 millimeters, 0.25 millimeters. Anyways, now that line, now you want to get this line to here. Use this method. Get mesh line, and then there. So for this model, I was off by 0.25 millimeters, so it didn't really matter. It wasn't a big difference that you will notice, but mathematically I was still incorrect. Now mathematically I am correct with my lengths. There you go. That is how it should look, and these are not cubes. Anyways, now that you have any thirds, for this up till here, if you took my advice in the beginning of the video and went and folded Joe Nagashima's cube first, for understanding and also because it looks really good, then you would be familiar with this step. This way. I know we're not done with any to fold yet, where we fold the pentagon, but first let's just get these done. Do not try bending it right now like this, because there's gonna be some mess up here. We're gonna do that once we're done with the pentagon. So we are done with our baselines, I can say. Now we're gonna move on to the actual pentagon part. So you want, this is where your protractor comes in. My protractor is pretty bad. I actually had a really good one, but I lost it trying to make all these prisms. I was designing all the prisms, making the angles. Anyways, I think the angle is gonna be yeah, so I'm gonna get this to that center here, right there. I'm gonna try matching it exactly there. Quality is not so nice when the camera was zoomed in. Right, okay, I think I've gotten it. So you want to have that there. What you want to do is hold this tight, and you want to go 36 degrees from each side. So 30 and then 6, and you want to keep that length right there. And then from the other side too, 36. There. Once you think you've gotten the exact, oh, I think I didn't get it here. Yeah, I think I've got it now. 36 and 36. Then you can remove this. And you will only need the protractor for the other side again, so keep it handy. Now from this point to that point, right, you will need to make a full fold. Like that. Pinch both the points, then this. Pinch, 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 pinch. And fold this, right, till that point, crossing this point. Like that. It's fine if it goes in here because this part's going to be covered anyways, but it's not supposed to go in here. I'm just saying, if it goes in here, don't try erasing it or anything. It's completely fine. Often sometimes I just do it here for some reassurance. Anyways, again, from this point to that point, I know it looks like a really big angle for 36, but it is correct. Now you may ask, why are we doing 36 when the exterior angle is 72? If you all know, pentagon has 108 interior angle, so then we minus that from 180, straight line, and get 72. Then why are we doing 36? Because it's our point here. If we have a point here, then we're going to get half of 72, because it starts from the point and there's a straight line on the point. So it's not like this line and this line. It's a straight line bisecting those. So it's going to be 36 and 36. As you can see, the pentagon is forming. Now what we want to do is we want to turn it over. Get this right here. Now get this to this mark, the last one here actually. Not the mark we just made, the grid mark right here. See what I mean? And then make a tiny pinch, like a really tiny one, right there. See, that divides this sector into half, and you want to do it again. Do it on the grid line, and then fold that there. Now you can fold this and this. So this is what I mean. From this point to this point, you fold. This is the hidden maths in the pentagonal prism. If you fold this line, you will get an exact 72 degrees. What I mean, from this angle is going to be exactly 72 degrees. You can measure it if you want. I'll measure it actually and show you that. You can see it's a little off, so I can't measure it, but that is 72. That is exactly 72. And you want to do it again from this point to the point we just made. And that also gives us our perfect pentagon shape. So we got lucky here because of our hidden match that I discovered. Actually, you're gonna actually see me discover it in this video. I didn't realize. You can see that is our pentagon. For other models, we have to actually use a compass and stuff. We have to use a lot of stuff to do it. But for this, we are using this method because we have hidden match. We're gonna use it. We don't need a compass. It's really good. I'm working on a method to not use compasses at all. The octagonal that I showed in the video, there was no compass used because I was too lazy. I just used another method which wasn't so great, but I'm gonna work on that. Anyways, this is our pentagon. It looks really nice, doesn't it? Also, a small note, the orange on the camera actually looks a little different than the one here. It looks a little more yellow on the camera, but here it looks more orange. Okay, now we're gonna fold this angle. We're gonna bisect this, right? You want to get it like this. Fold it's like that. You're gonna match up that line on that point. I don't know what's giving me so much shadow. I don't have to see it properly. There. It worked. Okay. And just fold the whole thing. Don't mind that. We're gonna fix that later. So you see, we've got our 18 degrees. Now we want to do it again. On this side. Point. Fold on that line. Like that. You can see it is looking like that pretty good. Now we want to bisect 72. So we want to do the same thing which we did. Get this point and then fold on the angle. Yeah, and we do it again. Yeah. That point, I think we'll do it on this side. Get that point because this side is going to be shorter. That's why we can actually look at it and do it. Oh my god, I'm so off. Something like that. Is that hidden match? 1 second. No, never mind. Okay, so it looks like this right now, and that's what it's supposed to be like. So I'm going to show you how that looks for a second. Something like that. We're going to bend everything and it's going to go together. The ends I will show you how to fix that corner issue. We are going to be working on everything. That is one of the sides, and I'm going to do it again. How much time? What's the time? It is 10:52 a.m. Right, okay. Let's work on the other side. It's actually pretty simple. I think I'm going to get an 8 out of 10 on difficulty. It does take quite some time to make, but or maybe I'm just tired today. I don't really think this is that boring. Okay. Alright, I'm out of frame. I'm so sorry. I'm going to readjust that later. I'm going to get 36. No, oops. So close. Missing it. 36 and 36. Yep. Click on the camera. Did I get it right? Yep, I did. Move my protractor right now, and we will not need the protractor again. We will not need the journal too, so I'm going to remove that. Yes, words. Okay. Now I'm gonna do the same thing, the mountain chords which pass through the center and that. fold. I think this model is going to be more perfect than the one they show in the beginning. Hence, also the model in the thumbnail. I'm not gonna keep this in the thumbnail thing. Or I will. Depends if I can get a good angle. Okay. I did the same mountain forward thing. Sorry, I was talking. Couldn't explain, but yeah. Yeah, pinch, forward. Okay. Now we have to do our step again. Get this here and fold this and make a tiny mark. If you fold the whole thing, you're gonna ruin the model because those are gonna be on the thing soon. Tiny fold, tiny pinch. Try to make it as small as you can see. The smallest you can still see because we're going to use that. If you can go smaller, go smaller. It's better for us, better for you, better for your mod, right? Then we have that. We're gonna pinch and then fold. I really like how this gives us exact 72 degrees and it's mathematical. Some hidden maths which I still don't know how it works. There's I think another hidden maths here somewhere which we're gonna come later. That's unexplainable. Usually we have hidden maths here in this thing, in this realm, but we have it in another realm which I'll show you. Anyways, we are done with those folds and we have a pentagon on both sides. Now we want to get the angle bisectors. So fold from that point. So why is there's always less light and then I somehow get it on the point? Okay, that is 1/4. I'm gonna do it again. Eight out of 10 or 9 out of 10. I think 9 would be a little too much. And if this is 9, then the rest two all will be 10. So I think I'm gonna keep this on an 8. But it's not that difficult. It's a little tricky, but with this tutorial, I'm pretty sure it should be helpful. Now we want to do this again. 72 bisectors. Yep, that came out great. And then another one. Fourth side up like this. I hope you realize what I'm doing here, bisecting, and how I'm doing it. I'm doing the short side here so I can fold the whole thing, match the lines, and for this side, right? Okay. I know it was on 1x, so maybe you didn't see it, but okay. There, we are done. We are technically done folding everything. Now we have to go to assembly, and then there are still a bunch of folds left in the, final assembly. You see, you can bend this now. Bend all of these. Just leave the middle and get these like this, right? Usually we want to do this, but since we can do these, we're doing this. Sometimes the prism will go outside, so we also have to leave these alone. But for now, you can do the middle. And what you want to do is you want to get these folds, right? Like that. Here's our other hidden mats. This matches up exactly with that. That's weird. That's really weird how this bisects. This part comes here and it matches up exactly with our third. Exactly every single time. That is hidden math which I've never seen before. Okay. Alright. So now what we want to do is we want to fold. Since this is right here, we're going to fold this corner up. What's the time? It is 10:57. Fold the corner up and then fold, right? Then we're going to fold this out like this, and that'll be exactly on the line of this, because this goes. Alright, sorry, I'm so sorry. Fold that, then you fold this to here. That'll be exactly half, so it will look like that. Now I think we have to take this and put it under here. Like that. It's actually not a bad idea. Usually I keep it here. I don't want to improvise again. The last time I improvised wasn't so great, but okay, I think this is gonna work good. Right, so you want to have that, keep it under this. Okay, for now, unfold, leave that corner as it is. Do it 4 more times. If it doesn't work again, we can do the other thing, the original thing. Then you want to fold up to there. I know it looks like it's off, so I don't know how that happens. Maybe it's just a paper. Yeah, it's just a paper being paper. Okay. I want to fold, reverse fold under this. Okay, that looks really solid. If that works, that's gonna make this thing look better actually. If it works, pretty sure it will. Okay, then we do it here again. We get this down, you can see it mine is exactly. Fold the tiny corner up. Fold this up to that point. And fold this inwards like this. And crease, then we unfold. Again, twist this side, fold the tiny corner up. I'm so happy that this model is finally going to be published because we have the other prisms waiting. There, that's that. And then you reverse fold. Whew. We are done. Now we can actually fold all of them. So get this, contract this. I'm gonna get back to one, so it's in frame. Get this down here. This under this. It doesn't usually go under, but I hope this works. No, it's already starting to come out. I mean, this was coming out before too. Let's keep that tight. Just hold it. Now you want to get in your 72 bisectors. Just get them in like this. I know those are going to be slightly overlapping, but that's completely fine because that's on the inside. What we want to do is, you see this last part, you want to actually fold it inwards like this and then crease everything. Oh, that's ruining the prism. Be careful there. Okay, and on the other side, so you want to get this in here, this in here. Make sure those don't come out. It's not coming out here actually, it's only coming on one side. Then fold this in because we have some paper here which isn't creased from the inside, right? Something like that. Just pinch it like that. Okay, so we are ready to be done. Now this looks very familiar if you've done the cube. I'm gonna keep one of these inside the other. So I'm gonna keep this in here. Lift this, the other one in. Right. Usually we have double of these because of that paper issue. If this works, let's see. I hope it does. It's actually looking pretty well. I'm gonna push it in slowly. If it bends, then you basically toast. If that happens, it's fine. You have to get it out. Okay, this is not working. I'm gonna remove this. And what I want you to do instead is get these to this side to keep it over this, right? It's gonna give us double, but it's at least better than not having it done properly. Sorry for the inconvenience. I really thought that would work. Okay, so this looks a little unfamiliar for that matter. It's double, but try doing it. 1, 2, like that. And you get the other one into. Pull on this. Get the layers into each other. You see, once you've got your layers in, you can push. Oh, that was just me. I'm not sure, the layers aren't going in so well. else, probably me, but sure. That is the pentagonal prism. I know the layers aren't going in so well. I think that's going to be there. A little bit of gap. Usually this gap is sometimes bigger, sometimes smaller on a CMS cube. But it is there. Right now it's quite big. Anyways, this is looking pretty much perfect and we are done with the pentagonal prism. Doesn't look half bad. Hope that inconvenience wasn't too much of a problem. I changed it for the last minute and then I re-changed it. You can still try pushing in the layers slowly and slowly. Try not to get any wrinkles like that on your... Oh god, I already got one here. Be careful with that. Try not to get anything. That is a pentagonal prism. So, right, 3 of them now. So that one's not exactly perfect. Pentagonal prism. Thank you for watching and bye bye.